All right, the outside's all done. Actually, I just remembered I didn't do the wheels, but I air dried them, so there's really not much on them. All right, so I know the other day I did a POV while I was washing the outside some, but figured we'd do the inside POV today. To be honest, my car rarely ever needs washed on the inside. You know what? I'm gonna have to do the glass too, aren't I? Yep, might as well do that first. I'm so unprepared for this because I don't ever have to do the inside much on my car. Probably isn't the best POV portion. Lotus, what's up, buddy? Let me get out. Well, it occurs to me that might as well do the back window while we're doing it. I mean, might as well fully commit. Lotus, do not try to get in the car. Lotus. You know, there definitely is a window tint on this back window. It's just insanely thin. Or clear. We're not getting in the car. Thank you. Lotus, we're not getting in the car. Thank you. I know it had been a while since I cleaned the inside of the windows because that suction cup that I cleaned up, that was from the radar detector, and I haven't had that in here in probably, I don't know. I don't even know. Since before the boost gauge, so like last summer probably. Try Lotus. I'm gonna have to get a brush and get in all these little crevices. I mean, like I said before, like I get that they have to do work in these cars, but I don't, you know, and I don't know what the solution is, but there should be some sort of solution because, I mean, for your car to just come back and look like, I don't know, it looks like somebody opened a vacuum bag and like shook it in your car or something. Like when you do that and all that dust flies, that's like really what it looks like right now. And there's just dust on everything. I rarely even wash the inside of my car because it just doesn't need it. Other than the rugs needing a little vacuum and, you know, a little wipe off of the dash just for like dust. Really doesn't need much typically. I really don't get a lot of enjoyment out of cleaning interiors either. I like my interior to be clean, mind you. Sometimes that's more important than the outside. So once you get in a vehicle, you can't see the outside anymore, but you can see the inside. It's just like, why is like why? Not to mention, as many of you know, this car is not perfect. There's a lot of little marks I want to get fixed, including like this one here. But like this here, that came from them. Like I said, there's a lot of marks on this car, but I know them all because I spend so much time with this car. This is new, so that's frustrating. This came from a shop last year. I'm just not sure which one. Lotus, do not try to get in the car. Lotus had a bit of a stressful couple days with storms. Last night was the first night he actually slept. And yeah, he's still a little, I think a little nervous. He's also tired right now. We've been outside for hours at this point. We just came out to finish shooting a video for the pup channel. And I was like, well, while we're out here, I kind of forgot the car was back almost. I was like, oh yeah, like I need to wash that. Sometimes I just think about selling this car. There's so many little things like this that just drive me nuts from previous owners. Like I sometimes just think about selling it and finding like a really low mileage, just paying a premium for it. I'd still have to fix stuff, mind you. At least I'd, because it's like, I don't know how far I want to go. These need replaced, like they're filthy and just beat up. The little windshield wiper, or little window rollers. When I bought the car, I took all these off and cleaned under it. That way all the door jambs could be really clean. And I can tell you one thing, I never need more than one towel when I do my interior. So far I've used 2. I'm gonna treat the leather. I'm gonna treat the leather, but right now I just wanna get all the extra dust and debris off. And you know, I didn't think about it, cause see, I didn't know it was going in to have the airbag again. They were like, when I got there, they're like, oh no, there's another airbag recall, so we gotta do that too. It's like, whatever. So they had to take the whole dash out. It's like, I should have had them replace the bulbs in here while they were in there. But it's like, I wasn't gonna have them do that because I was like, no, that one's not too difficult. I'm just gonna do that myself. You know, had I known they were gonna take the dash apart, then it's like, well, yeah, you might as well just do it. They did fix my oil temp gauge. It was just disconnected or something because I noticed that was working last night on the way home. Well, go boy, let's go potty. You know, with this car, it's always been, you know, I was always really happy with it. I'm not saying I'm not happy with it, but you I was always happy that I found like a stock, that it was stock motor-wise. Like little things like this that I just want to replace this whole piece because of that. Where most people probably would just be like, whatever, they don't care. Like, I want to replace this whole piece, which means then I got to replace this piece here. Not a big deal, but got to replace them both. Yeah, there's just so many little things that just, like, all these little marks down here from where I bought it, like I want to get rid of. I want to replace this. This is like $100. It just drives me nuts. I just need to suck it up and do it. I did get this replaced. The rest of the center console and the trim around it. This is obviously not original. I put that in. But I feel like even if I find like a really clean, low mileage one, it's still gonna have a lot of those issues. So then it's like, well, is it even worth it at that point? I don't know. Watch out, Lotus. I guess I'm gonna have to vacuum the seats too, because if it's on this, it means it's on the seats too. I can honestly say this cup holder has never been used. Not once, not ever. All right, that pretty much takes care of all the wipe down. Check back here, make sure this stuff's okay. But yeah, that pretty well takes care of the wipe down. Now I just need to, I guess I'm gonna put something on the dash. The dash just looks terrible. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what it is they did. Oh my gosh. I don't even have that many interior towels. Like, I'm gonna run out. I have leather cleaner out here? Nope. Probably enough in this one, but I have another one somewhere. Like, I wanna redo the steering wheel. But again, it's like, I probably want to redo it on any car, to be honest. Wow, just look at the dirt coming off this. Just kind of wipe it off. Whoops. Keep hitting my head. Well, I keep hitting the camera, which is on my head. No, off. Lotus, I get that you're afraid of the wind. You're afraid of what it represents. But dude, you gotta let it go. And you certainly can't be getting in the car. Lotus, it's enough. I think he can hear the dog down the street. Well, I know he can, because if I can hear him, he can hear him. I just realized I forgot to get down here. And this is why I put off sometimes take my cars to the shop. Because it's like, I just don't want to deal with this here. Because I actually have work I should be doing. But it's like, there's no way I'm gonna, I'm not gonna be able to drive this car until barely able to drive it home. Pretty sure that's partly contributed to me getting a headache. It's just the stress of driving this in this condition. I don't know. It's like if I had a garage, there's no way anybody's car would show up worse than how it arrived, that's for sure. Mind you, I don't want them washing my car. I just don't want them making it dirty. Now, if it was a place that knew how to properly wash cars, again, if I had a garage, I'd make sure I had people that could properly wash a car for people before it left. Or I'd pay some professional detailer to come in before cars are finished. Yeah, that would eat into a lot of profit, but that's kind of the point, is that I would be doing it right. Been so long since I put anything on this, because it just doesn't need it. Stay focused on the positive, though, that I can drive the car now better. The wifey will be more inclined to ride in it, because there was a time just the other day where it was like, we were going somewhere and she's like, oh, are we taking your car? I was like, no, it's going to be too hot. What I don't want is the Armor All effect, where it just looks like your dash is dripping and stuff. So this stuff dries pretty well. This is Meguiar's hyper dressing. Generally, you just use it on exterior trim because, again, I don't usually have to do my insides too much. I don't know. Maybe the dash hasn't looked that good for a while, and I had coated it with something similar to this and forgotten. I don't think that was the case, but I guess it could be because I use the same cleaners every time, so it would have taken it off. So yeah, that's not really the case. So I don't know. I don't know if they did actually clean something on it or what. All right, I'm just about done. I'm gonna finish up some door panels and that'll pretty much be it, and then vacuum. All right, real quick, I finished all the door stuff. I forgot I was gonna do this little stuff. So in case any of you guys are wondering how I do these little crevices. Hi, Lotus. So So yeah, this is how I get all this sort of stuff, all this up here, all the stuff around the gauges, the clock. Yep, this is how they'll really just a fine tooth brush basically, all around like the cup holder and stuff. That was the last one I had to do, but I figured I'd just show you guys.